Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, bringing the Kaiju Gang another movie reaction review. Been doing a lot of movie reaction reviews lately because I've just been wanting to watch a lot of movies. L'chaim. So, today's movie is, I believe, the first slasher film I'm doing. I'm not a big slasher guy, but I'm trying to get into it, you know? So, today's film is Hatchet from 2007. It's a quadrilogy, and I think there's more to come. There's one, two, three, and then one that's just the name of the killer, Victor Crowley. Not the first time that's been done. Naming a slasher sequel just after the killer. The Hatchet has a 5.7 on IMDb and 4.5 stars on Prime Video, where I watched it. You can watch it for free if you have a subscription to Prime Video. Free, quote unquote, you know. Here's the read up. A boat ride of the haunted Louisiana bayous takes a turn for the worst when the tourists learn the terrifying tale of local legend who accidentally killed with a hatchet by the hands of his own father. Okay, so that's not a proper sentence, but directed by Adam Green, who did a great job, by the way. Starring Joel David Moore, Dion Richmond, and Mercedes McNabb. And it's horror, of course, as slasher films tend to be. It's also starring Tony Todd, Robert Englund, Kane Hodder. Produced by Scott Altamore, Sarah Elbert, Corey Neal. It is from Lionsgate, and it's rated R, of course, as any good slasher is. And it's really cool. You know, I actually really enjoyed it. It's one of the newer slasher franchises, being from 2007, and it doesn't have near as many movies as, say, like Friday the 13th. It hasn't had time to have that many movies, honestly, but Hatchet was actually very cool. So the killer is Victor Crowley, who was kind of like this deformed kid, this deformed guy who lived with his father in the woods, and some kids set fire to his house with some like firecrackers when they were trying to scare him outside so they could get a good look at him. And Crowley was pressed up against the door trying to get out while it was on fire, and his dad was hacking away at the door with a hatchet. So the hatchet went into his head and killed him, and then the dad died of grief. But the hatchet that killed him is also his murder weapon, which is really cool. Very sad story. I think it's better if a slasher killer has a sad story. Kind of like Friday the 13th style. I prefer the sad story. But, yeah, and then this haunted boat ride takes them out there. And there's only one person on the boat who really knows what they're doing, because she is a local, so she knows the legend and she knows the swamps. And she was smart enough to bring a gun, because she's actually expecting to run into Victor Crowley, because she believes he killed her father and brother, which he did in fact do. Those are the first two kills of the film. And she was really cool. And one thing about this movie is it ends without letting you know if anyone survived or not. Yeah, so everyone on the boat tour, Crowley's chasing around killing, but you don't know who lives. But at the end of the film, it's pretty predictable who the two characters that would normally get away are, right? The two semi-romantic interests, the two main characters, would seemingly get away. But the film ends with you not knowing if they lived or not. I have a hunch that the male who lived died, and the female who lived. Because I think she's the main character of the third one as well. The whole reason I actually decided to watch Hatchet is because on one of my other, like, kind of horror DVDs, there's a trailer for Hatchet 3, and Hatchet 3 looked pretty badass, which is why I started watching these in the first place. Also because I want to get slasher references, and it's horror, and you know I love my horror. And he is technically a monster. He's some kind of undead creature. He's not a zombie. He's not a ghost. They call him a ghost, but he's really not a ghost. He has a physical body. He can be harmed. Uh, he can be slowed down. Like like you kill him and then he's down for a little bit, but then he gets back up. He always gets back up. He doesn't just shrug off bullets, which is kind of cool because it gives you a little bit of hope, but at the same time, he's going to get you anyways. So that's pretty cool, actually. But it ends with you not knowing if they live or die, and I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of horror movies out there where like it seems like one person has gotten away, but then they get like killed in the end. I believe that's how Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street end. Uh, just because they've been around for so long and they're so popular that I've kind of heard the endings. You know, I haven't actually seen those films. I know heresy, but once again, not a big slasher guy. But I'm trying to get into it, as I said. Adam Green did a fantastic job. This film was so well lit. It was very well shot. I really enjoyed it. I really did, you know. I still didn't enjoy it as I would have if it was like some kind of swamp monster chasing him around. We're starting to see the appeal of slashers. Had some creative kills. Like he took like a power sander and sanded a woman's jaw off and stuff. Like it's got some cool creative kills, which is a must-have for slashers, I hear. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching the second one. I think the first three are free on Prime Video, and I don't know about the fourth one. The fourth one isn't called Hatchet 4. It's just called Victor Crowley. Right? And Amazon just gave me an error, and it's not letting me search. So that's that. Yeah, it just like totally went out. But that's it for today's review. Hatchet was pretty cool. Definitely check it out. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. The next movie I'll probably do is Attack of the Giant Teacher, I think it's called. Because I'm going to watch that on a watch party movie date. Even though I really want to watch something more horrific, but I picked that movie out for us because I think it's a good fit for my partner too. That's it. Thank you all once again. See y'all next time.